Hello, readers, writers, and nerds alike. I'm Valerie, and today we're going to be talking about my BookTube-A-Thon TBR. Ariel Bassett, the creator of BookTube-A-Thon, recently posted the challenges, and I immediately jumped on that wagon because this is my first time doing BookTube-A-Thon, and I'm very, very excited. So let's get right on to it. The first challenge is to let a coin toss decide the first book that you'll read. So the two that I chose for this is Every Day by David Levithan and One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. The reason I chose these two is because I've been reading to read both of them for a very long time, especially Every Day, which is about a man who wakes up in a different body every day, and then one of the days he falls in love with a girl, and then all the days after that he tries to find her again. This is recommended to me by a friend of mine, and now it's turning into a movie, so I definitely need to get to it soon. One of Us is Lying is about these 5 kids that go to detention, and then one of them does not come out at the end. It reminds me a lot of Pretty Little Liars, which I've been binge watching recently. Also, mixed with The Breakfast Club. I think that's what it's described as. So I'm very excited to get to that one as well. Since it's a mystery, I think I can get through pretty fast. I will not be doing the coin toss yet, because if I do, I will be constantly staring at that first book and wanting to read it. So I'm going to do that the day of. I'm planning on doing vlogs every single day, or at least every other day, for BookTube-A-Thon. So I will put the coin toss in there. The second challenge is to read a book with green on the cover, so I am choosing The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I've already read this before, and it is one of my favorite books ever. It's one of the books that got me back into reading again, and so therefore I'm very excited to reread it because it's been years. So I think I'll be able to get through it pretty fast. It's about Hazel and Augustus, 2 kids with cancer, and they end up falling in love, and it's about their whole story, their whole adventure. The third challenge is to read a book and then watch its movie adaptation, so for that I am choosing The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. This is another favorite of mine. It is about Gatsby, who falls in love with Daisy, and he spends his whole life trying to get her back. This especially works out according to plan when Daisy's cousin Nick moves next door to him. I have read it so many times. I read it once every single year, so I'm very excited to read it again. Plus, the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio is perfect, so I'm very excited to watch that again. The next challenge is to read a book wearing a hat the whole time, and the only hat that I owned is this peculiar beanie that I got from Hot Topic a long time ago. So with that, I will be reading Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Riggs. I was going to reread the whole series, or at least the first book, but I'm waiting until it gets closer to August for when Map of Days comes out, which I'm very excited about that. Tales of the Peculiar is short story, bedtime stories, about different peculiars in the Ransom Riggs world. And so since it's, short stories, I think I can get through it pretty fast. Also, since it's summer and a beanie is kind of hot, I'll just wear it on my knee or something if it gets too hot. The next challenge is to read a book about something you want to do. So for that, I am choosing Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. This is about a girl that goes on a cruise and then she ends up going on a scavenger hunt throughout history. And I would love to go on a cruise, and I love scavenger hunts, and history is pretty cool too. So I'm very excited to get to this. The next challenge is to read a book with a beautiful spine, and for that one I'm choosing the sequel in the duology Wayfarer, because the spine with its ombre, purple, and I think it is so pretty. Plus I think it would help to read a whole story in a week. I think it will really get me immersed in that. And then for the last challenge is just to read 7 books, so for that one I am choosing And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. It is about a group of people that go to this island and then none of them make it out. I read Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express for Dewey's 24-hour readathon, and I think it really helped because reading a whole story in 24 hours, you don't really miss any of the details, so therefore at the end when the killer was revealed, it was very easy for me to tie all the points together. So I think it'll be really nice to read a murder mystery novel for a readathon once again. I'm not too nervous about this readathon. I don't think I'm going to get to all 7 books. But seeing as how some of them I've read before, and now some of them are mystery novels, and most of them are pretty short, I think I'm going to get through at least most of them. So if you are participating in BookTube-A-Thon, leave your TBR down below. And if you're not, just let me know what are some books on your TBR that you plan on getting to next. So keep reading, have a wonderful day, and bye!